Hello everyone, my name is Keely. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome to week 3 of bookoplathon. It is currently Thursday, September 22nd. It is like 7:30 in the morning, and I was supposed to start this vlog yesterday on Wednesday, but I didn't feel like filming, so I'm starting it today. And yesterday, I actually finished my first book of the week, and that was Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. This was the last book I needed to complete for bookopoly, and this was for third-person perspective. So basically, this book is the sixth book in the Throne of Glass series. If you have literally seen any of my videos recently, you know that I am not thriving. I am not living, laughing, loving. I am not having a great time with this series. But this book in particular follows Kale, and we don't see the rest of the group, which I love because Kale is the only character. The rest of the group can, but yeah, so I was excited to follow Kale. I will say that this book is 660 pages, and it's just way too long. Like, it did not need to be that long, but it did set up really well for the final book in the series, and it revealed a lot. But I will say, like, the first, 300, 400 pages, I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored. I love you, Kale, and I hope the best for you, but I'm kind of bored. But then it really picked up and I got really into it. There was also a point where I did not care about Nesrin's chapters. I only wanted to follow Kale and I only wanted to follow Urine, but I did not care about Nesrin. But then when we got to page maybe 500 or so, actually maybe a little bit earlier than that, I got really invested in Nesrin's chapters and I thought they were really interesting, and so at that point I was interested in both Kale and Nesrin, but my interest had come a little bit too late, so I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. It was almost a 4-star, but like I said, it was just too long and so it did lag a lot, but we did find out a lot of information. There was a big reveal in here, and I texted Katie from Katie's Book Nook. I was like, seriously, why is everyone surprised? Like, why is everyone surprised? And I really wish I had vlogged me reading this, like a spoiler vlog, because I just feel like my reactions were hilarious, but I also think I'm like the funniest person. But yeah, so 3 stars for that, and I might be reading Kingdom of Ash in November, which that one is almost 1,000 pages, which, like, Sarah, why? Like, what is the point? I really don't want to be with Aelin for 1,000 pages. I really don't want to see Rowan grovel over Aelin for 1,000 pages. Like, thank you, but no thank you, okay? But yes, so since I finished that one on Wednesday, the first day of this vlog, where I was supposed to start filming, I'm now doing a roll as you go because that was my last book for my TBR. And so I did roll last night when I finished Tower of Dawn because I was like, I want to know what I'm reading now. So I will insert that footage here. Okay, I'm just going to film this on my bed without a tripod, so hopefully it's not too shaky. But I have my little duck again, and I'm going to place it on highest rated because that is where I ended during my TBR. So I have my dice. Let's roll, see what I get. 9. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Patterns and text, which I landed on this one during my TBR as well. So I landed on Patterns and Text, which is also the first square I landed on in my TBR. And so the first time I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer, and so for this one, I'm going to pick up the sequel, A Heart So Fierce and Broken, which might be a mistake because I know that this sequel actually follows the character Gray, who is the guard of Ren, the prince. And Gray reminded me so much of Kale, which I loved. Like, you know, I love that. But I just finished Kale's story, and now I'm jumping into another one that's similar to Kale, so hopefully I just don't get, like, burned out. I did try to look for another book that would fit this prompt, but I just really want to read that book and continue on with the series. So yes, I am going to go to work, and then I'm going to start A Heart So Fierce and Broken. Tomorrow, on Friday, we have a cross-country meet all day, and it's in Austin, Texas, which is, like, a 2-hour drive from here, so I probably will not be reading a lot. I will probably just read like a chapter to get my daily reading in, and then Saturday I have another cross-country meet. So this weekend I'm not going to be reading a lot, but I am pleased that I already finished Tower of Dawn. I finished that book in like 3 days and I read it very quickly. And A Heart So Fierce and Broken I think is like 450 pages, so it's another bigger fantasy, but I read the first one in like 2 days, super quick, so hopefully I can also get this one really quickly, and hopefully it's as interesting. I've heard some people don't like it as much as the first one. I've heard everyone likes the first one better, so hopefully I still love this one. We'll see. I tend to have the opposite opinion of everyone. But yeah, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna read A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and then I will update you later. Alright, hello. I just got back from work, and this morning I told you I was gonna pick up A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kimmerer, and I got like a chapter in, and the vibes were just too much like Tower of Dawn, to where it was really hard for me to differentiate between the two stories because Gray and Kale are basically the same character. And so it was just too much of reading the same character back to back that the stories were kind of getting too enmeshed in my mind. So I wanted to pick up something completely different while also doing this prompt. So I decided to pick up All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. And you can see the text covers most of the cover. So Ashley Flowers is actually the host of the true crime podcast Crime Junkie, which I have listened to. So I was interested in reading her book that's like a mystery thriller because obviously she has done a lot of true crime research, so how would that translate to a fictional novel? So this is a lot like the JonBenet Ramsey case. We follow two timelines. We follow 1994 and 2019. And in 1994, we follow the Jacobs family. And the Jacobs family live in this very small town in Indiana. And they have twins that are 6 years old. And their twin daughter, January, one night goes missing and she turns up dead. And so in 2019, we also follow Margot, who grew up in this town and knew January. And Margot is now a journalist. And there is a very similar murder that just occurred in a nearby town. And so they're trying to see if there's any connections to January. So I'm very interested to see what's going on. The writing's good so far, no complaints. It's very interesting. I was also in one of those moods this morning where I was like, nothing is catching my attention. But I am 25% through this one and like so far so good. Sorry I'm out of breath. Don't know why I'm out of breath. But yes, I also made the mistake of starting The Amazing Race. So I will probably not be reading anymore today because I'm going to sit on my couch and watch The Amazing Race. I am watching season 1. Also Survivor started last night, so I did watch that episode as well. So far so good. I'm really liking the cast so far, so we'll see how it continues to go this season. But yes, I need to edit my week 2 vlog and upload that to go up tomorrow. So yeah, I probably won't be reading, and like I said, tomorrow I'm probably not going to read a whole lot. Don't know how much I'll be able to update tomorrow and Saturday, but we'll see, and I will see you when I see you. Hello, good morning. It is Sunday, September 25th, and it's been a few days since I've talked to you because in my last clip, I mentioned how busy I was going to be. So on Friday, I woke up at 4:45 in the morning and went to a cross-country meet. And then Saturday, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to run 3 miles and then go to another cross-country meet. And then this morning, I woke up at 6:30 and I ran 5 miles. So now I'm here to talk to you, although I haven't read a lot. So I am still reading All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers, and I am 45% of the way through. So this one, it's good, but I'm not all the way intrigued because there are 2 different timelines in this. I am way more invested in the past timeline than I am in the present timeline. The past timeline is when the original kidnapping and murder occurred, so it's just a lot more intriguing to me, especially because you know that people are hiding things. Whereas in the present one, she's having a lot of trouble trying to get answers, and so it just feels very monotonous, and the past one kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat more so than the present one. And we do tend to get more present chapters, so it just doesn't intrigue me as much and doesn't make me want to keep moving as much. Also, I mentioned that I started watching The Amazing Race on Thursday. I started watching on Thursday. Well, on Friday, I finished season 1, and I am now I'm halfway through season 2 already. So today, I am not going to let myself watch The Amazing Race until I finish All Good People Here, because I know I can read it really quickly. It is not a long book, so I'm going to finish it today, mark my words, and then I can finish season 2 of The Amazing Race, and hopefully read more the rest of the week, but we'll see. But that is my update for now. I know also in my last update I was wearing the same dress. I wore it to work on Thursday, and I'm wearing it to church today, so you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, I will update you when hopefully I have finished All Good People Here. Alright, so it is Monday, September 26th. It is my dad's birthday. And okay, listen. So I didn't finish All Good People Here yesterday. But I made a good go of it. I was holding off on watching The Amazing Race so I could finish, and I made it to 72%, and I was just falling asleep. So I watched 4 episodes of The Amazing Race. But 72%, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I was just falling asleep. I'm kind of bored. Like, it's not a bad book, and like I'm still like intrigued to see what all the mystery is, but there's no sense of urgency. Like, I just feel like I could, like, you know, figure it out in a few months and I'll be like, oh, so that's what happened. But yeah, it's not a bad book. It's just very slow and I don't really care all that much. But I will be finishing it today. Mark my words this time. Like, scratch out the words from yesterday. Mark my words today. I will be finishing it. It is like almost 7:30 in the morning. I'm about to head to work and I've already watched an episode of The Amazing Race. So good start to the day. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish All Good People Here today. I will update you when I get back from work. And then we're probably gonna have some cake tonight for my dad's birthday and watch more Amazing Race. So, hello. Always throwing up the peace sign. I just got back from work and I got home earlier than expected, so that's fun. But I finished All Good People Here today and I don't know how I feel. So like I said, this one I didn't have a sense of urgency, and then I was more interested in the past chapters than the present chapters, but then towards the end I wasn't really interested in either of the chapters. And also, what was that ending? Like, genuinely, I don't know if it's just because I read an e-arc or if that's actually how it ends, but there was no resolution at all. And it's not even one of those things where it's like, ooh, what happened? No, like, no resolution. Like, it just felt so abrupt. It just ended randomly. So yeah, not my favorite, but I think I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars because I wasn't like annoyed the entire time. I was only annoyed because of the ending. So like the entire time I was reading, like, I was fine, like, it was okay. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, don't know what that ending was, but like, it was a good story. I just feel like there were so many different things that could have answered our questions that it was just like there's too many things going on. But yeah, 3 stars. And then let me show you what I picked up next, because I really should have rolled before I went to work, knowing that I was going to finish All Good People Here at some point today. That way I knew what I was going to read next, but I didn't. So I was like, what can I pick up in the meantime while I'm waiting for my next roll? So anytime I'm going anywhere, I always bring my Kindle and a physical book just in case my Kindle goes wrong or something. So I had this book with me and I decided to pick it up, and that is BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural 101 True Tales of Hauntings, Demons, and the Paranormal. This is by Ryan and Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved. If you haven't watched them, they're amazing. Their new show on their own channel, Ghost Files, just came out and I still really need to watch it. But yes, I started reading this, but I only got to page like 10 because I think this is going to be a book that I can't read all the way through. I need to read some here and there. It's just going to be more fun that way. So when I put this one down, I decided to pick up True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik. This is a Kindle Unlimited book, and I'm pretty sure I heard Haley from Haley Hughes talk about this at one point, so I downloaded it immediately, but I don't know what she said that made me download it. It honestly might be because the cover is super cool, but it also might be an extreme horror. I don't know if it is for sure, but I have read 15 pages and I can already tell you it is extremely horrifying. So like, but like, I'm not turned off by it. I'm like super interested to keep on reading to see what's going on. I've always been interested to read extreme horror, so I'm really hoping that's what this is. But yeah, 15 pages in, not much to say. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my next roll so we can figure out for sure what book I'm going to be reading next for bookoplathon. Alright, so we have the board, the dice, and I put my duck on the last prompt I landed on. So let's roll. We have 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. What does that say? Ooh, a poll pick. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we got poll pick. So I'm going to figure out what books to put on the poll. And then I will let you know. I don't know if I'm going to do like an emoji type thing or just straight up like what book should I read. But I will definitely be putting True Crime on there because I've already started it, and it's also only 150 pages, and that's why I decided to start it earlier, because I was like, it's not very long. But yeah, I will do the poll and I will let you know what happens. In the meantime, I'm gonna go finish season 2 of The Amazing Race. Alright, so I just did the emoji poll on Twitter, so let me tell you what each emoji stands for. And I guess we'll wait the 24 hours because I probably won't pick up another book until tomorrow. But for the blood emoji, that's True Crime. And then I did the heartbroken emoji for A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kimmerer. And then I did the old skeleton key emoji for Stalking Jack the Ripper. I have read that before, but I want to reread it so I can continue on with the series. And then the fire emoji, I put The Firekeeper, which is a Rick Riordan Presents novel, which I am reading them in publication order, so that's the next one I need to read. But yeah, I guess I will update you when the poll is ready and I'll see what we're gonna pick up next. I don't know. Hopefully, actually, I'm excited about all of these. A Heart So Fierce and Broken is longer, but yeah, we'll see. I'm excited about all of them, so it'll be good either way, honestly. So I was just editing the vlog up until this point and realized my roll that I just did, I rolled a double. So I need to roll again, and that means we have 2 more books left, and we have like 3 days left of the month. So let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. No more doubles, please. I don't have time for that. All right, we have 9 again. I feel like I've been rolling 9 a lot for bookoplathon, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Emoji. All right, so we landed on emoji, and for this one I need a random emoji generator, and then I will pick a book that corresponds to the random emoji that I get. So I have the random emoji generator here, and I'm going to click generate, and what is that? A fly? A fly. All right, listen. I'm going to stretch this because, is that a fly? It's a mosquito. Mosquito, blood, crime, true crime. I'm doing it. I'm stretching it because what else would a mosquito be? Like a swamp? I don't have swampy books, but mosquitoes drink blood. And in true crime, or at least in crime, there's often blood. So true crime it is, which is good because it's currently losing the poll pick. So true crime, that's perfect because it's 150 pages. So that gives me hope that I can finish 2 more books, but I'll let you know. Hello, it is Tuesday, September 27th, and I didn't have work today, so I stayed home and I finished true crime just like a few minutes ago. So I never told you what this is about. So this follows a sibling duo, Lim and Susie, and they grew up in a very abusive home with their mother, and they decide to go on a murdering road trip throughout the country. So that part was really interesting, but the murdering road trip was only about half of the story, and then the rest of it was like something different. And so I found the first half a lot more interesting than the second half, so I'm gonna settle on a 3-star. It was okay, but the first half was definitely a lot more intriguing. But I did want to say, so I picked this one for the emoji prompt, and the random emoji that I got was a mosquito. And on like the last 3 pages of this book, it said, the mosquitoes were hungry tonight. So like it fit perfectly. But the next prompt I have, and this will probably be my last read for Bookopoly, is the poll pick. I have about 49 minutes left on the poll pick on Twitter, but I have 135 votes right now, and there's a pretty clear winner. So even though there's like 49 minutes left, I think I know what I'm going to be reading. So True Crime, which I already finished, got 18% of the vote. A Heart So Fierce and Broken got 21% of the vote. The Firekeeper got 22%, and the winner at 39% was Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I am very excited about because I have been wanting to continue this series for so long. So I'm really looking forward to rereading this and then finally starting my continuation of the series. And usually with these Bookopoly vlogs, I end them on Tuesdays, but because this is the last week of September, I'm just going to carry it on and end it on Thursday to upload on Friday. So this one will probably be my last book for Bookopoly, and it's a good one to end on because I know I'm going to love it. Also, I forgot to mention, yesterday I finished season 2 of The Amazing Race, and I just started season 3, so I should be finishing that one pretty soon as well. Alright, so it is Thursday, September 28th, and I got to start reading Stalking Jack the Ripper today. I didn't get to read as much as I thought I would, but I did make it to page 84, so I'm that far through. It is a reread once again, so hopefully I can read it pretty quickly and finish it before this vlog needs to end, which this vlog needs to end tomorrow on Thursday, so I can edit it and upload it on Friday. But yeah, because this is a reread, I already know I'm gonna like it, but I think I first read it in 2015, so it's been a very long time, and I forgot like how much I love it because according to my records, I gave this 4 stars, and I'm not quite sure why, because off the bat, I'm just like, I love how like gruesome it is. Like, I don't know. So if you don't know, it's set in the 1800s London. Obviously, Jack the Ripper is on the prowl, and we follow Audrey Rose, and her uncle is the person that does all the autopsies and stuff like that. and so she wants to be his apprentice, and she wants to do it too, but of course in the 1800s, that is not a very feminine profession, so she kind of has to hide this and hide that she's interested in it, and along the way, she meets her uncle's student, Thomas Cresswell, and Thomas is the mysterious, dark boy that loves that Audrey Rose is breaking the female stereotype. But yes, I love this. Anything about Jack the Ripper, I'm just like super intrigued. I went on a tour of Jack the Ripper during the nighttime when I lived in London, and so every time they mention a place, I'm like, I've been there. I know exactly what they're talking about. But yeah, hopefully I can read it tomorrow. I'm also almost done with season 3 of The Amazing Race. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go right into season 4 because Hulu doesn't have all of the seasons. Amazon Prime does, but you have to pay for them, and I don't want to pay $9 for all the missing seasons, but like my OCD is not letting me watch them out of order, so like I'm gonna have to pay $9 again, but I can't not watch it, so I don't know. I have like 2.5 episodes left of The Amazing Race, and we'll see how that goes too. Hello, it is Thursday, September 29th. No, September 29th. Tomorrow's the 30th. And I read a lot today. I have 24 pages left in Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I need to end this vlog because it is Thursday and I need to have it edited and uploaded by tomorrow. But before I do that, I'm gonna take a nap because I'm so tired today for some reason. But before I do that, I have a package to open for you. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm excited about it. Let me set you down so I can open it on camera. Alright, so this package I have is actually from Source Books, and I usually love their books a whole lot. They do a lot of young adult thriller and horror, and I just have so much fun reading them. So this is a cool little package. It's like in shiny red, and it says, "Where is Maylee Hayes?" with blood splatter, so I'm already getting good vibes from it. So let me open this. Hopefully it's easy to open. Okay, so far so good. I don't know what book this could be because I don't like recognize the character Maylee Hayes. So let's see. Ooh, I love this cover. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it has like a wrapping around it, and it says, "Where's Maylee Hayes again?" And there's like bloody fingerprints on it. But on the back it says, "The biggest mystery of 2023," and there is a police report on the back. Wait, that is so cool. It says, "Details of the event. 5 teens went into the woods sometime around midnight. 1 vanishes. Now the other 4 are under suspicion. Can the police find out what really happened?" Okay, so if I take this off, and we have the book underneath. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's called Tell Me What Really Happened by Chelsea Sidoti. And this comes out April 4th, so we still have a while, but look at that. This looks so good. So it says, "There are stories about the woods around Salvation Creek, about the people who have gone missing. This is told entirely through first-person police interviews of 4 teens. It says, "This riveting YA mystery asks what really happened to their friend." I'm interested. I'm so intrigued. Like I said, Source Books always like hits right with their thriller and horror. Like they just do it so well, and they are such quick reads. I can't wait to pick this one up. I haven't heard of it, but yes, I love the interview format too. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Source Books. I'm so excited for this. Alright everyone, I finished Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. So it is time to wrap up this vlog and wrap up my reading. I'll tell you my thoughts on that book in my wrap-up, which is right now. Yes, I read 4 books this week. So I started with Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, which you didn't get to see a whole lot of. This was more in last week's, but I did finish it on Wednesday, which is the first day of this vlog, and I gave this one 3 stars. Kale Forever, love him. And then I read All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers, and I gave this one 3 stars as well. I forgot to mention Tower of Dawn was for third person perspective, and then I started doing the roll as you go thing. So All Good People Here was for pattern or text because the title covered most of the cover, you know what I'm trying to say. And then after that I read True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik, and this was for the emoji because I got a mosquito emoji, blood, mosquito, true crime, it goes together. And then for poll pick, I read Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I just finished this one, like I just said. And this was a reread for me. And I mentioned earlier, I was like, I don't know why I rated this 4 stars in 2015. Like, this is the perfect setup for a book. Maybe it'll be 5 stars this time. I think I'm going to stick with 4 stars, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. This is my perfect book. The setup, the scene, the everything is perfect. And I don't know why it's not 5 stars. I just don't have that feeling, you know? Like, sometimes you feel it in your bones, and this one I didn't. And I think it's because maybe other books in this series might become 5 stars, and so this one just doesn't feel like a full 5 stars, but it is 4 stars. I really, really love it, and I can't wait to finally continue. Hopefully I can continue in November, but there's so many books that I want to read in the next few months. I'm like, how am I supposed to fit all of them in? But yes, that is it for this video, and that is it for my bookoplathon vlogs. Let me know if you participated, and if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave the dice emoji, of course. But that is it for this video. As always, all my social media links will be down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!